Fox Sports Radio and FS1. Kristine Leahy, as always, is joining me today. How are you?
I'm really great. How are you?
I am really good. I'm doing much better than the NBA commissioner this morning, and I want to start with that. Every business has, like, the topic or the stigma they don't want to talk about. And if anybody pokes that company in the ribs with that, boy, watch them react. Remember the movie Super Size Me? Basically saying you shouldn't eat McDonald's. Do you remember how McDonald's reacted to that? Outrageous, unrealistic, irresponsible, lawsuit pending. Oh, they poked McDonald's in that soft spot, which is fast food should be eaten within moderation. Okay, that's why you never hear the CEO of McDonald's come out and say, hey, I'll tell you a movie you got to watch, Super Size Me. It won awards. It's fantastic. This is why Southwest Airlines does not use the word very often cheap. They use the word low fares. Because in the airline industry, what is the fear of most Americans? Crashing. Right? They say the number one fear in America is public speaking. Number two, dying in an airplane crash. So when Southwest Airlines talks about fares, it's lower fares. It's never cheap, because cheap, the connotation is, well, if your fares are cheap or your plane's poorly built, are they cheap? Cheap is a bad word in the airline industry. Low fares, we're all in. Because every industry, the airline industry stigma is they crash. The fast food industry is it ain't great for you. And that's why Southwest's safety record is so good. They know they don't want to be the cheap airline. They want to be the low-fare airline. And the same thing works in sports, where all of our pro leagues have a stigma. The NFL stigma, Kristine, would be head injuries. This game is violent, and it's not safe. Baseball's stigma would be it's kind of slow and boring. The NBA's is regular season just does not matter. It's all about the playoffs and the finals. So it's very important that Tom Brady is working against the stigma. That's why Brady's so good for the league. Tom Brady's saying, I'm going to play till I'm 47 years old. I've never been healthier. Look at me. I'm a model, married to a model. So he combats the NFL stigma. Violent, unsafe. It's like a model as the quarterback. He's got to play till 45. He looks better than everybody I know. That's why Bryce Harper is great for baseball. He combats the boring stigma. Guy's got the crazy hair. He's got the bat flip. He's muscular. Takes his shirt off. He's totally ripped. Let's make baseball great again. He's great for baseball. Is he as good as Mike Trout? I don't know, but he's better for the game. He combats their stigma. The NBA's best player is LeBron James. The NBA's number one stigma is regular season games don't matter. And what did LeBron say yesterday when asked about the Boston matchup tonight, a battle for the number one seed? Here's what LeBron James said.
I'm not one to get caught up in regular season big games or not. I'm sorry. I've been to 6 straight finals, man. I'm the last person to ask about a regular season game, dude. Sorry.
Not great. It should be noted that Isaiah Thomas, also in that matchup tonight, said, quote, it's just another game. I think we've got to treat it like that. This is Tom Brady coming out and saying, I can't find my car keys. I am all fuzzy upstairs. This is like Bryce Harper coming out and being boring and having a comb-over haircut and putting on weight and being lumpy. This is McDonald's CEO endorsing the movie they're petrified to talk about. This is Southwest Airlines on all their ads saying, we're the cheap airline. Cheap, 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 cheap. Star player in the NBA feeds right in the stereotype of the league's number one stigma. This is why we tell you these stars sitting out, this is not a blip. It is a massive problem. The women's Final Four beat the NBA this weekend. Mississippi State women's basketball beat the Warriors. You're feeding into what everybody's biggest complaint is about the league. Adam Silver, I know you're just starting out, and we all loved you on the Donald Sterling Clippers move. You got to get this thing under control. You have got to have an immediate meeting. This is a terrible optic. Ratings are down 20%, and this is why. It's not that the players aren't good. It's not that the players, none of them are in trouble. Well, who's the bad guy in the NBA? Boogie Cousins? Okay, he's a difficult teammate. So you got the players, you got the stars, you have the athleticism, you have the offense, you have the points, you have the threes, you have your star saying regular season doesn't matter.